Heads up.
Good morning, guys. Our roof sheathing is almost done, and you would think that we just go straight to roof metal. That's not the case. We have to get our fascia board up, so then we can do the drip edge, and then we do our underlayment, and then we do the metal roofing. My dad is a professional painter. He's been doing it for 30 years, and Dad, I know you're watching this, and I'm sorry. That's all.
Should be able to let go. We're fixing a boo-boo. One of these rafters wound up long on this side, and the other side, we'll have to fix that one too. But it's the same rafter both sides. I have no idea. Maybe we strayed from the pattern a little bit, but it's about a ½ inch long. We pulled a string from the front to the back rafters, and we saw which ones had the little hump on it. So we're gonna trim this down, and hopefully it'll make our fascia look a little better. So I don't know if the jigsaw is the right tool for this, and I'm definitely not in the right spot for this, but we'll see what we can do.
How fun is that?
Can you reach? We'll cover those nail holes up, don't worry.
Anything to make me feel better. I love you.
Love you. To you a little bit? All right, right there. When we ordered our metal, we wound up getting an extra piece of drip edge for our 612 and one less piece of drip edge than we needed for our 1212. So they must have gotten that mixed up. Here's a little cutoff we have of the 1212 rafter. So it would sit somewhere like that, right? This is the 1212 side, and Rach, if you can come here. This is the 1212 side, and you can see how that kind of lines up. Here's our 612 extra piece. And as you can see, no bueno on that angle. Years back, I picked up a couple of these hand benders for sheet metal. They were like $5, and then it was like 20% off of that. So, you know, I can't pass up a deal. So we're going to try to hand bend this down to that same angle as the 1212 one. We're at a crossroads of, do we wait a week for another metal order to come in, or do we try to use what we have and make it work? So we'll see. If it works okay, we'll use it. If not, we're making a phone call. That's better. That's like 90% of the way there. All right, let's just do one more round of that.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's pretty acceptable. It's time for some ice and water shield. I'm looking forward to this because this stuff has grip tape on it. I don't know the best way to do this. Maybe I jump off the roof. I might just have to let that do that. I shouldn't have unrolled it. Now I feel like a ding dong. It's got to go over the drip edge. That's the whole reason we put the drip edge up first. So first one's always the hardest, right? All right, and it's covering the drip edge, which is what we want. Man, this is nice to stand on. Like, oh, hello. 3, 2, 1, live. Okay, so we got our ice and water shield down. That's the first 3 or 4 feet here. Rachel just handed me up 2 beautiful rolls. One of them's upside down, but the way she rolled it up, you know our mantra here. I'm not unrolling it just to re-roll it. The words don't mean anything. So just a little whacker-tacker. Let's finish this thing off. We still have to trim that little drip edge over there, but that ain't no thing. This stuff goes pretty easily too. This is real quick. And now it's time to do the underlayment on the 1212 side. So the fascia boards are done, underlayment's done on our 612 pitch. It's time for the hard part.
To do, I promise. I really am.
Can you peel that plastic back or no?
Yeah.
That lines up still good?
Yep. I can go like this.
You good?
No, hold on.
Okay, so we got the underlayment done. It wound up taking way longer than we thought. The big deal was the 612 pitch went like a breeze, absolute breeze. That is a totally walkable roof. The problem is that that 1212 side just took a lot out of me. Rachel was helping me out as much as she could. She was handing things up. She was handing me walk boards, 2x4s, but there's only so much you can do on a 45-degree pitched roof. So after that first layer of ice and water shield was done, I was able to just get a walkboard on top. And once the walkboard's up, it does make the job a whole lot easier. But man, that first layer. Right now, the underlayment's all done. We're ready for metal roofing. This is a pro tip. If you pre-drill your metal roofing, you have just that much of an easier time up on the roof. We're gonna pre-drill these holes. This is for the 612 side. We'll get this cooking and then get ready to hang some metal roofing.
So on the other end of our roof, I was able to lift the pieces of metal and use the ladder to lift it up as John grabbed it. But for this side is a little bit higher off the ground and I wasn't able to quite lift it. So what we did is we took 2x4, took a string, wrapped it around it, and then I screwed this to the top of, we already pre-drilled the metal, so I screwed it to the top, and then John was able to pull it all the way up, and then I was able to have that leverage to be able to push it up. So I think it was great teamwork. It worked out.
Get the angle in.
You got it?
Hey, so we've got our 612 roofing metal up. We're down to the last piece, which is going to be a rip cut for us. I've seen a trick where you turn your old circular saw blade backwards and it cuts right through. All right, so we're looking at an 11.5-inch rip, which is going to be the corner here, this first fold on this rib. So that's an easy line for me to follow. All right, so we've been at it for a few days now. 612 side's done. 1212 side is next. And we've got our first panel ready to go. It's quite a bit longer, quite a bit heavier. Okay, so we've been putting a couple panels up here. They're 14-foot panels. They're pretty heavy panels. There's a lot of screws, but something that's been helping out are these the walk boards. What I'm doing is I've got the depth on my circular saw literally perfect right now, to the point where it only is cutting the board and not the underlayment. And it's working out great. It leaves like just a sliver and I snap that off and you're good to go. And I can get all the way up and down this place with minimal efforts. With this little walk board here, I cut it a few times. Now it's short enough I could just move it.
Yeah, 37's good.
So I've got a pencil here just wedging our walk board off of the roof deck. This is about where I need to cut it for another panel. So like I said, it leaves a little sliver here, and then I just come over yonder and I go 3, 2, 1. Working. Wait, it's not working. There we go.
All right.
Yeah, good. You can get a few steps up, yeah? I got it.
Okay.
You okay? All right, ready?
Great. Okay, yeah. Okay, hold on. This is easier than the 612. When I come down, I try and see what this sight line looks like to see if it looks all evened up with that over there. So we're putting up the metal roofing. We're on the last side, so we're on our first panel. We're very excited about that. So we want to just tell you about putting in the closure strips. That's what we've been doing before we've been placing the metal sheets. So they're sticky, and we just place them down at the edge at the bottom. What they do is they help, they're still breathable, so it still allows for water to get out, but it does not allow any bugs or anything else to get in.
Are you on the ladder?
I'm on the ladder. Okay.
Got them. That's up.
That's about all for this week. We're moving right along in our push to get this tiny cabin dried in, learning as we go with a lot of teamwork. Next up, framing, sheathing, and siding those gable walls, plus wrapping up the last touches on the roof. Thanks for watching.